Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to Utility Sports. Today, we're going to be doing something fun here on the channel. We're going to be doing our own NBA award show. And in this video, we're going to be doing something just a little bit different than just the normal awards. We'll be going through those as well, talking about who I think should be the Coach of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Most Improved Player, and so on. There's a lot of good candidates this year for a lot of those awards. But on top of just those awards, we're going to also be doing some of our own Utility Sports created awards. Just 4 of them for this year that I think are good fits for some of these players and teams around the league. Just some fun ones that I think are worth noting. If you guys do enjoy today's content, make sure to leave a thumbs up on today's video. It would mean a lot to us. Having your guys' support lets us know you like the videos that we've been posting. Also, please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are new to Utility Sports and this is the first video you're seeing of ours. We would love to have you be aboard here at Utility Sports for more NBA content, a lot of NBA draft content as well moving forward. We also talk about the NFL, MLB, NHL. We're very, very wide range. That's why we call ourselves Utility Sports. So hopefully you guys do enjoy the content we've been posting. So let's get into it. What are the awards we're looking at here? Well, we've got the traditional ones, like I mentioned, the MVP, Sixth Man of the Year, Coach of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and Most Improved Player Award. But then we have 4 individually created awards here from Utility Sports. It's the Is the Draft Here Yet award, the Best Play of the Year award, the Next Year is Our Year award, and the Who We Trading award. So hopefully you guys do enjoy some of those fun ones. So let's jump into the video here. Talking about the Most Improved Player award, there's a few very good candidates. You look at Michael Porter from the Denver Nuggets as a very, very good option. He's definitely improved a lot, had a very efficient season this year, averaging about 19 points a game as well. Had a very good year. But at the end of the day, New York Knicks fans, you know this has to be your boy, Julius Randle. He's played at a near MVP level even. And I just don't think anyone really expected that from Julius Randle. He took the New York Knicks and put them back on the map. They're 4th in the Eastern Conference. I feel like they have a favorable matchup against the Atlanta Hawks. We'll see exactly how that series goes. I'm recording this before any of those games have been played, so we'll see if it plays out that way. But Julius Randle for the regular season, clearly the most improved player, averaged about 24, 10, and 6. Shot very, very well from three-point land as well, shot over 41% from 3. I don't think anyone in their right mind was expecting Julius Randle to have this type of season, and he went out there, put the New York Knicks on his back, and he deserves a lot of credit for it. He is the Utility Sports most improved player this season. Now moving into the Coach of the Year award, again, a lot of good candidates. You got to look at Quinn Snyder for the Utah Jazz, led the league in wins this year. Also look at Tom Thibodeau for the New York Knicks, had another phenomenal season there. Surprisingly, finished 4th in the Eastern Conference. Was not expecting that. However, Tom Thibodeau will not be winning this award here from Utility Sports. We're actually going to go with Monty Williams, the head coach there in Phoenix. He brought in Chris Paul. He was a big part of why Chris Paul wanted to go to Phoenix, having coached him formerly with the then New Orleans Hornets. Monty Williams knows what he wanted to do with this roster, and it's worked out. They were 2nd in the Western Conference, I believe, a game back of the Utah Jazz. They're going to be the 2nd highest seed in the playoffs. They'll have home court advantage for most series. And Monty Williams is a big reason why. He's done a phenomenal job there in Phoenix, turning around this culture, turning around this organization. Remember last year in the bubble, this was a team that barely got invited to the bubble, went 8-0 in the bubble, and then this year took all that momentum, brought in Chris Paul, and Monty Williams led the Suns to a phenomenal regular season. We'll see how the playoffs go. They've got a tough round 1 matchup against the defending champion Los Angeles Lakers, probably not the team you want to see if you're the 2 seed. But at the end of the day, Monty Williams, a phenomenal year coaching this Phoenix Suns squad. Now, moving into the Sixth Man of the Year award, I don't even think this one is particularly close. I think that there's a few guys that maybe got snubbed from the finalists for what the NBA is recognizing as the finalist for the Sixth Man of the Year award. However, at the end of the day, Jordan Clarkson is the Sixth Man of the Year. There's no other right answer. He's been phenomenal all year long for the Utah Jazz, putting that team really into positions to win games. He's been so big off the bench for them. Head coach Quinn Snyder really relied on him a lot to score the basketball, especially in games where Donovan Mitchell, maybe not having the best night of his season or so on. Jordan Clarkson was the bucket getter for this squad, and that's what he did all year long, was get buckets. Jordan Clarkson easily deserving of the Sixth Man of the Year award. Phenomenal season there in Utah, and I think that he's going to find himself a home long-term there. obviously ink that extension, but I would be surprised if we don't see him in a Utah Jazz uniform for a long, long time, even past that extension. Now moving on to the Defensive Player of the Year award. Here, again, a lot of good candidates. You're looking at Ben Simmons of the Philadelphia 76ers, someone who guards a multitude of positions. Draymond Green, again, in the running for this award. However, you have to go with the Stifle Tower here. Utah making a run on some of these awards here. Rudy Gobert wins this award again. He's done it multiple times in the past. I believe this would be his third time winning the award, and he's well deserving of it. You don't get the nickname Stifle Tower for not being a phenomenal defensive presence. His wingspan, the way he impacts shots at the rim, there's just not another player like him in the NBA when it comes to the defensive side of the ball, in my opinion. The way he can alter team shot charts. A lot of teams don't even want to try him in the lane. That's how phenomenal he is in the restricted area around the rim. He is so good defensively. I still don't think he gets enough credit around the league, around the media, and around fans specifically for how good he is. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the NBA because of how important his defense is. I honestly don't know if the Jazz would be a playoff team without Rudy Gobert. I know that sounds a little crazy to say, but I think that he is that big of a difference for them. Their center play, it's all based off Rudy Gobert. Everything that Quinn Snyder does defensively is allowing them to funnel players in towards Rudy Gobert. That's why they're able to contest three-pointers as heavily as they do, because they know that they've got Gobert behind them, backing them up in the paint, and that's what he does all year long. Now, the Rookie of the Year award, this is probably one of the most heated debates at this point, and for good reason. There's two really great rookies this year. Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball both had phenomenal seasons. Anthony Edwards with the Minnesota Timberwolves averaged about 19 points a game, but didn't really get the job done as much in terms of rebounding and also assisting. Also had a little bit lower splits from the field and from the three-point line than LaMelo Ball. And for that reason, I went with LaMelo Ball of the Charlotte Hornets. He averaged 15 points a game, over 6 assists, 6 rebounds a game, and just was really well-rounded. He came into the NBA ready to play. He's extremely fun to watch. I think that both of those organizations, the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Charlotte Hornets, are in good hands with their young core players that they have. LaMelo Ball, a key part of Charlotte. They had a better year than the Timberwolves. Now, if Anthony Edwards played the entire season like he did the last 3 weeks, it would be Anthony Edwards and it wouldn't be close. So Wolves fans, don't think I'm saying that Anthony Edwards isn't great. He's a phenomenal young player. I just have a slight preference towards LaMelo Ball because of how good he was throughout the entire season when he was healthy compared to Anthony Edwards. Started out a little slower, not his fault. Ryan Saunders, a big reason why since Chris Finch got there, Anthony Edwards started to take off. But at the end of the day, when you're looking at voting for the Rookie of the Year, you have to consider those things. I think that LaMelo Ball deserves Rookie of the Year. And then the MVP award itself, again, another heated debate here. Some people look at Steph Curry. Last night they lost to the Memphis Grizzlies. They're not even in the playoffs, but that wouldn't impact my voting here. If I thought Steph Curry did deserve the MVP, I would still give it to him with how much of that offense has to run through him. It's really tough. Joel Embiid, another great season there in Philadelphia. I believe he averaged 28.5 points, 10 rebounds a game. It's tough to top that, but yet Nikola Jokic did. He was phenomenal all season long for the Denver Nuggets. I was not expecting him to have an MVP-type season, and honestly, this award was his to lose once Jamal Murray went down. If the Nuggets had crumbled a little bit, we'd probably see voters change their minds on Nikola Jokic, say, oh, well, with Jamal Murray out, they didn't win, but they did keep on winning. They're the 3 seed out in the West. They played phenomenally down the stretch, even without Jamal Murray. Will Barton's also missed a lot of time there. The Nuggets are good because of how they use Nikola Jokic. Mike Malone really does rely on Jokic to run that offense, and that's what he does better than any center in the history of the NBA. Nikola Jokic is the best passing big man to ever play basketball, and he gets his dues here now winning an MVP. Utility Sports thinks he should be the MVP of the league this year. So now we move on to some of our own fun awards here. The Is the Draft Here Yet award. And we're giving that award to the Houston Rockets and their general manager, Rafael Stone, just because of how disastrous of a season this has been for them. They made a couple moves and they didn't pan out. And I'm just sure that they're thankful that the season is over at this point. The James Harden drama didn't pan out well for them. They obviously moved him for a few picks. Also, then they brought in Victor Oladipo, started winning a couple games. Christian Wood goes down. They lose 20 straight games. They end up trading Victor Oladipo for almost nothing. You have to be wondering if Rafael Stone's regretting not getting Karis LeVert in that deal instead of Victor Oladipo. But at the end of the day, the Rockets have a nice future as long as their picks stay up high in the lottery. We'll see if they are able to net the first overall pick, maybe Lancade Cunningham or Jalen Green. We'll see exactly who the Houston Rockets are able to grab. At that point, we have a mock draft up on the channel, so make sure you guys go check that out. But yes, the Houston Rockets here and their GM, Rafael Stone, win the Is the Draft Here Yet award. Now, the Best Play of the Year award, and I think this one is a no-brainer here. Anthony Edwards fans, don't be so mad at me, because he gets the Best Play of the Year award with his dunk over Yuta Watanabe there in the Target Center for the Minnesota Timberwolves. This was a crazy, crazy play. It's a bummer we didn't have a crowd here for this. Could you imagine a live crowd seeing this dunk live? It would have been phenomenal. Of course, this came very early in the season. I hope a lot of you haven't forgotten about how phenomenal this play was. Just look at him here. It is absolutely mind-blowing to me how athletic Anthony Edwards is, and I'm sure Yuta Watanabe, I know he said he didn't mind jumping. He'll jump again next time, but I'm sure part of him wishes he didn't jump on this play. Just not really what you want to see if you're a player in the NBA getting dunked on this atrociously by Anthony Edwards. What a phenomenal act of athleticism and display of talent there as well for Anthony Edwards. Quick first step, phenomenal dunk. The next year is our year award. Now, I think this one is a no-brainer here. That goes to the Golden State Warriors. They've got all the pieces. They've got everything they need. You've got Andrew Wiggins, who's really, kind of established himself there in Golden State. I was very confident he would, and that's what he's done. Now it's up to GM Bob Myers to hit on the draft this year. Very possible they have a top 10 pick yet from that Wolves selection. They also have their own pick that's now in the lottery after losing last night to the Memphis Grizzlies. You've got Steph Curry, Draymond Green, James Wiseman. Hopefully he can be healthy next year and play a lot and also show quite a bit of development. That's a big part of what they need from him. Kevon Looney will probably be back. They've got those picks like I mentioned, but also Klay Thompson will be coming back from injury for the first time in 2 years. We'll get to see Klay Thompson play in a regular season game, and the Warriors have to feel confident. They've got one of the best players in the world still in Steph Curry. They've got a player that fits perfectly into their system in Draymond Green. Klay Thompson's going to come back, give them a little bit more floor spacing, and also will punish a little bit more of these double teams on Steph Curry. Andrew Wiggins, I think, is a very nice, underrated player around the league. I know he's overpaid. His contract is massive, but at the end of the day, he's still a very good player. I think the Golden State Warriors you have to look at as a team that's going to be very, very scary and very dangerous next season when they are fully healthy. And then the final award here for the Utility Sports Award Show is the Who We Trading Award. I love this little graphic here with the Who We Trading. We got all the teams on here. And I chose the Indiana Pacers to win the Who We Trading Award. So congratulations to the Indiana Pacers here on this. Probably not the best award to win, though, because I feel like there's a little bit of drama looming there in Indiana with head coach Nate Bjorkgren. A lot of people didn't want to see McMillan fired. TJ Warren's one of those players that didn't want McMillan fired. He had kind of broke out under McMillan. Pacers moved on from McMillan. Now they missed the playoffs. TJ Warren was out all year with an injury. I think TJ Warren very likely could find his way out of Indiana. Miles Turner, I think that they could look to flip him while his value's high, averaged over 3 blocks a game this past year. Malcolm Brogdon very possibly could be on his way out. I think the only 2 players that the Pacers are probably not rushing to trade are Domantas Sabonis and also Karis LeVert here. I think that they're not in a rush to move either of those guys, but at this point, I think the Pacers, we could see them flipping a lot of their good players, possibly 3 of their starting players for the future. Very interesting thing to watch. I think the Pacers are going to be a team to keep your eye on throughout the offseason. Maybe they'll be aggressive moving up in the draft if they feel like they want to. Maybe move Malcolm Brogdon and your pick to move up quite a bit. There's a few different things that they could do. The Pacers will be the team to watch. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's award show for the NBA at the conclusion of the regular season right before the playoff basketball starts. Again, subscribe if you are new or enjoy the content here at Utility Sports. It would mean so much to us. Also, smash that like button if you did enjoy today's video. It was a lot of fun recording for you guys. Hopefully you guys do keep enjoying the content we're putting out, and we'll catch you in the very next video.